What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven here with your afternoon snap, and I am just starting to test for the Golden Gauntlet tournament that is probably tomorrow. This is probably Friday's video. I am going to start off here with a Silver Surfer Serra deck, and I am playing up against a Scream deck here. We're playing open deck lists, sort of to mimic the Golden Gauntlet tournament, and we are actually playing this game as part of the Snap Wars League. So here I've got the Blink to grab an Onslaught, but definitely not the best opener. I did not pick up the Zombie Fist Bump emote, unfortunately, so I won't be able to give that back to my opponent. But let's see if we can find a Jenny on turn 2 or a turn 3 Luna Snow. Not yet. We're going to need a turn 3 Luna Snow, or my opponent could wave. I don't think my opponent will wave in this matchup because they did draw Galactus, but still them slamming down a Galactus doesn't seem worth me being able to play a Serra. I definitely throw Luna Snow there. No, Jennifer Kale this turn. We are retreating eventually. Brood is kind of funky. I mean, we're playing a deck with a bunch of 3-cost cards. Magneto could be an all-star against us. There's also some incentive for me to Captain Carter this turn, and then next turn play Brood and swap it out with the Blink for the Onslaught. But no, I'm going to play Serra on the turn 5 anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to knock their Silk out of there. Actually, they were already doing that. We're going to give them a Rock. I missed it. They were playing Kingpin. Kingpin is not a card that I see super often. Unfortunately, I did cut Killmonger from this deck list, so we'll see how that impacts us, but I'm hoping that if we can dodge the Magneto of it all, then we can put up some good stuff. So next turn I'm playing Serra, and then I want to play, Rogue Hitmonkey Silver Surfer. That's basically as good as it gets. Miles to fill up Wakanda. Silk not wanting to join the Kraven. That could have been really big if multiple cards landed here. I have one Polaris target in my entire deck. Okay, Luna Snow comes in way too late here. We will just drop the Serra. And then, like I said, next turn, I do believe it's going to be Hitmonkey, Silver Surfer, potentially a Red Guardian off the top. Probably not a Shadow King. We are just going to play here, though. Continue to grow their Galactus. First real game of Marvel Snap that I've played in a bit, so taking it a little bit slow here. But I do think, a Snap is potentially on the table right now. My opponent has not done much of anything this game. They moved the shield in. That's an extra 4 points here. Silver Surfer always clears in Eternity range. So I don't even really need to play Rogue. I suppose I could do this. This, right? Now, a Magneto really messes up a lot of stuff. But I think we still go over the top of a Magneto. Right? Now, if they play a Magneto here, that's really unfortunate. It pulls Captain Carter plus all the Broodlings, and then I'm struggling to win this location, but I think the Shadow King could do it. Let's send it. Let's go for it. I don't think that this spread is amazing, but I think that the Shadow King is representing 6 or 8 points, and then the Hitmonkey another 7. It looks like this is Magneto. I should win in Wakanda, and I should win in Nova Roma after the Shadow King shrinks my opponent's cards. Captain Carter stays front laned. Oh, but Trock's gonna leap over. Oh, do I lose Wakanda? Probably not, because this Captain Carter, right? I do believe I still win How many points is this? Yeah, Captain Carter's going to get it done. Close game, though. Oh, no. Oh, it's a differential game, but I still win. Wow, okay, I did not realize the Silk was going to move. I also did not realize we were competing 24 to 24 here, but either way, I'm tying a location and winning the game on differential ultimately. We'll finish off the match. This is, a league match, so my opponent is going to take it seriously for these remaining 2 cubes regardless. Yeah, my opponent is playing Scream. Okay. I was like, is my opponent actually not playing Scream? I do not have any location control in this deck. That is one thing that I omitted here. Okay, the Volt plus Mindscape. We could definitely brood something out. Again, kind of want that Jenny or Luna to kick things off, but I think we'll start with a brood in the Vault. It's a little spooky because they can just Magneto me out of the Vault. Actually, no, they're going to have a tough time Magnetoing me with Mindscape. Huh. Very weird game. I would love to pull Blink here and grab a Sarah. No way to control that, of course. I could Red Guardian, but I don't want to Red Guardian the Kraven. The shield protects the Kraven. Don't really want to Red Guardian the Kingpin here either, so we will just go for this. It is a wave, so now I can blink my Brood. I will be doing that. Ooh, it's Red Guardian and they flip first. It's Magneto! Oh, that's so silly. We're all over the place here. We are just going to take 2 points off the Magneto. Not a big deal. They definitely get the better end of that deal. But now I do get to run out this blink. Their wave might not be as impressive. And then next turn I get to set up with Sarah if I draw that. If I hit Onslaught, well, we're getting it here. So nothing I can do about that. Let's throw some points in the Vaults regardless. Yeah, I'll stay in it. I'll stay in it. This is fine. I don't think I'm like super favored with that, with anything that's happening right here. But it's a 50-50 that we blink Brood into Sarah, and then I do feel good. So it's just a 50-50. Oh, I hit end turn when the snap came in, so that did not register. I did think a Spider-Man could be coming to try to pull me into Kingpin or elsewhere. There's some other interesting things about this. I could now potentially play an Onslaught on top of this Sarah, or a Sarah on top of this Onslaught, whichever way it goes. Gonna give me an Onslaught. So with only one play this turn, doesn't make an incredible amount of sense to Luna Snow, I don't think. Captain Carter basically is 6 points on Onslaught. That's not incredible, and they can't really use Captain Carter that fabulously. So I think I will Luna. They have Wave as a 3 cost that they can pump, and giving them an extra energy should not impact their ability to play multiple cards. So I think I'll just try to keep them honest in the Vaults. But I do think we are probably just losing this game. Okay, the Sam Shield comes in. Polaris has nobody to move again, and we do win the Vault. We're giving them Shadow King, Silver Surfer, Hit Monkey, Captain Carter. Oh, they dumped their whole hand. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, I did not realize they were dumping their whole hand there. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll just retreat now. Cannot win. Fair enough. We'll just do a little quick retreat there. Sometimes quick retreating is good because it sells your slow retreats later on in the game. All right, we've got a Sarah, again, looking for Jenny or Luna, or a crazy location. Okay, that is a pretty crazy location. It doesn't quite do it just yet. I really wanted Jenny into Carter into Sarah. Onslaught Citadel, of course, they could always pull me out of as well, so not a huge deal there. The Vault, again. Little late for Jenny. Red Guardian always hits the shield, so that's a bummer. I'm just going to play Captain Carter. Next turn, I don't know, might still wind up playing Jenny next turn. It's pointless to play Jenny on turn 3 because then you can activate it on turn 4, and all that allows you to do is play Sarah on turn 5, which you'd be able to do regardless. This is not terrible. Magneto always gets to pull Carter because my opponent will have priority going into the final turn, so they'll get to pull Carter into Necrotia completely, actually totally owning me there. I think we're going to retreat on this one awkwardly. Could blink. I think they're going to Magneto me into Necrotia, at which point I'm never winning Necrotia. Play around it slightly by doing this. This doesn't seem great. Now, I think I have to just play a Sarah, and we'll see what I'm able to get up to on the final turn. Okay, they did battle for the Vault. Now they could still have a final turn Magneto. Oh no, they play the Magneto plus, like, what? Batroc? Miles. Oh, that's a good play too. Alright. But all of my cards cost 1 on the final turn, other than Blink, which I can not use on Jennifer Kale. Could use it on the Sarah to turn it into an Onslaught. That feels medium for sure. I like this. I like ending on this. Could do like this just to turn it into Onslaught and then finish off with a Silver Surfer center. Takes a few points off Captain. I think I'll stay in it with this. There's definitely some disruption that they could have, but I have an Onslaughted Sarah, so looks good. Is this Polaris? Yes. So that's going to move over Jenny, but I will Shadow King the Scream and the Sam. I won't be Shadow Kinging the Jennifer Kale, and then we're blinking this Brood into an Onslaught for a few more points. Yeah, it looks like we actually just got it done. Okay, cool. Yeah, this deck can put out a lot of points with, I mean, the whole point of this deck is to Onslaught a Sarah. So, Onslaught Citadel, that can also do it. Running the same deck, though this match, we are not going to share deck lists with our opponent. So, this will be a closed deck list game, but still some good practice up against a high-level Marvel Snap player. We've got the ramp this time. That's pretty good. And we still do not have the zombie fist bump. But this is a fine location for Jenny Kale and potentially Captain Carter. We'll see. Oh, I could play on reveal cards in Spider Island and send them to nowhere too. So I'll probably just play as many cards as I can into Spider Island, get their value, and then get rid of them. Hawkeye. Kate Bishop. Ooh, Icebox is not good. It just actually dictates which card I'm going to play this turn. It means I don't have any control over it. And I can actually just play Luna Snow here into a turn for Sarah. Turn 4 Sarah is probably snappable. Seeing Hawkeye, I immediately put my opponent on Clog. We are playing these games before the OTA. It's going to be out in like 2 hours or maybe even 1 hour. But I wanted to get some games in before that regardless. So they could be giving Clog one final send-off. Luna Snow, not the best against Clog. But Serra on turn 4, I still think makes this a snappable position. Playing to Spider Island so that way it could potentially go to nowhere. That will mean that Captain Carter doesn't wind up going into nowhere, but that's fine. I will just play Serra in nowhere if the Luna Snow lands there as well. Ooh, the Hunger. That's a good way to get cards in Spider Island, I suppose. We're going to fill up Spider Island with Brood, so I'm not super concerned about that. And then we are going to play Serra here. Next turn, we do have the opportunity to go Shadow King and then blink the Shadow King for Onslaught, which is like the full combo. And you can do that with 6 energy on turn 5 with the Ice Cube and the Serra discount. Looks good to me. We'll just activate Jennifer Kale on the final turn of the game. Ooh, Spider-Ham gonna give it to me. Don't really want to get my Brood Spider-Hammed, but not much I can do. I can't play Brood this turn. So I have to figure out which of these cards I want to show my opponent and which of these cards I want to hang on to. Shadow King is quite good against the Zombie Horde. Yeah, I'm going to hang on to Shadow King, and I'm going to play Hitmonkey, and then I'm going to blink it, and I'm going to activate Jennifer Kale. So this will turn Hitmonkey into an Onslaught and allow me to dump my hand on the final turn of the game. Which means I will probably be able to win Spider Island. They do take out my Brood, kind of a bummer. And they take out my Ice Cube. Okay, well, I didn't really need that one, luckily enough. Do we win in Nowhere? I do believe we will have the points to win in Nowhere if Blink hops over to that location. Yeah, we're big. We're big. Oh, Blink does not join me there, but I don't think it's that big of a deal still. So whatever I play first will go over into Nowhere to win that location. But that also means I could use Shadow King and then have it hop over, and then Brood can fill this location. And Captain Carter can move into the front of this location. So I think this seems pretty fantastic. Yeah, we're just going to win Spider Island in Nowhere, and we're going to win them in huge fashion. I wonder if I can goad my opponent into a snap here. I think it seems unlikely. I think I'll just let it lie. Ah, they stayed in it, which means they might have been willing to snap. They get a zombie giant man. Sure, they can win the icebox. We're gonna crush them in Spider Island and Nowhere, though. This is a pretty cool Spider Island play to move the Shadow King out and then fill it up with Brood. Oh, that's right. My Brood does not have any abilities. Doesn't matter. Don't need them. Still have an 8-power Brood, and that's enough to beat 0 power in Spider Island for sure. I think they were just, I don't know. I guess they were just banking on the Horde being bigger than anything I could come up with here. Which, yeah, definitely wasn't going to be true with the Shadow King. They didn't know about the Shadow King, and they have to be assuming some of my cards are going to move out of that location. But we still had them there pretty handedly. And we got to do the deck's full combo, so that's good. I am going to make myself a little tinier, just so that way you can see my opponent's full deck list. I feel like I'm supposed to talk higher pitched when I make myself smaller. All right, not a fantastic start to the game with no ramp. And I don't know, not too much else going on here really, but my opponent has also not played anything. Turn 3 Merlin, not the most threatening thing in the world. They pick up a Silver Surfer, we pick up a Vision. Okay. probably just take out Merlin ASAP here. Next turn we play Serra probably into Machine World, set up for Silver Surfer, Brood, and Shadow King, and potentially a snap with that. Merlin be gone. Merlin is now polymorphable, and Captain Carter also donezo. Trying to re-trigger their Silver Surfer. We're gonna, or re-trigger their Red Guardian, I mean. We're gonna let them re-trigger their Red Guardian this turn if they decide to go all out for it. This is probably intended to be zombie Power Man. Honestly, they haven't, with no Scarlet Witch, nothing really with Merlin, no early plays, which I think their deck kind of relies on. We know they can't play Mockingbird right now. They can't really play Zombie Giant Man to great effect. I'm going to snap. There is a chance we're taking priority with this play, but there's a chance my opponent is taking priority here. They're playing a new card. It is a 5-cost card. It's a Sasquatch. Can I emote the Sasquatch? Will the game let me? No. Okay. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. What I can do, though, is... honestly, it doesn't feel like I can do that much right here. I think I'm better off abandoning X-Mansion, doing something like Brood, and then maybe Shadow King Silver Surfer. What if instead I did Shadow King, Brood, Silver Surfer? That's 15 here and 18 here, right? Yeah, those are pretty big numbers. I like those numbers. Let's send it. What do they got? They have Eliath. We still win. Yeah. I like me a Sasquatch Mockingbird deck. We did see Mysterio. The deck tracker did not update for Mysterio here. Not sure why that happened, but my opponent has one outstanding card left in their deck. Ooh, new locations. New locations, but a familiar position to be up. Ooh, they replaced Sasquatch with a 6. That is not going to be great for them. Meanwhile, I replaced a 3 with a 3, which is just Silver Surfer being fine. Gladiator's not great against them, to be totally fair. But I think I did still make out on that exchange. They disagree. They disagree. Monster Metropolis. Huh. I think my hand is not good enough. I lost Luna. This deck's kind of built around Luna, so I'm going to retreat.
Escaped.
Let's just lose 1 cube for this game, please. Strange Academy is reasonable for Zombie Scarlet Witch. It's the hunger. Can't Red Guardian the Zombie Horde, unfortunately. Oh, more 3s. I think I'll be playing Nakia on turn 3, unless they play Merlin into an open location this turn. If they play Merlin here or here, then I'll Red Guardian it. Ooh, that's Mysterio. Well, I could try to guess where the real Mysterio is and just turn it off. Though my ability to guess that gets better as the game goes on, because they will potentially polymorph or otherwise mess with their clones. I want to play Nakia into Brood, giving myself the option to draw Blink or Serra for turn 5. I drew Serra already, so we are simply going to Serra. I will Brood so that way I have a Captain Carter location. Their zombie horde could get rather large. We'll see. Yeah. Spider Ham. Alright, well, it definitely makes me want to run out my Sarah, but if I don't draw Silver Surfer, then it's not great for me here still. Would love to go Silver Surfer on Carter and Hitmonkey. I do think the Red Guardian would hit here, though, as well. So that's a Red Guardian for 7. Captain Carter's still... I mean, she's 6. She's 6. I hate filling this location. I feel like I probably am going to lose to the Horde because of that, but maybe I can win Strange Academy with a Hitmonkey. All right, they take out my Carter. That is going to definitely eliminate some possibilities. The Mysterio might be a 50-50. I'm hoping that Zombie Giant Man goes center, and I just lose this location big and can battle for Fisk Tower. Oh, this now definitely is what Red Guardian hits. It's no longer a 50-50, eh? I don't need to put that many more points here, though. All I really need to do... I mean, is kind of beating Eliath, right? How do we beat an Eliath? They could have Eliath. They could have... If they have Mockingbird plus something, then I'm probably never beating that. Yeah, I have to hope... Yeah, this is definitely Eliath, I think. This beats Eliath, but doesn't allow me to play anything else. This ties Eliath. Makes them have it. I think we're going to retreat for another 1 cube, unfortunately.
Escape.
I just don't think there's many ways that we're winning that one. Because I have to put another card into Fisk Tower. The Rogue was a last-minute addition to this deck by myself. This looks great. I'd snap if I could, but I cannot. We're going to get to do our thing. And my opponent will not be able to retreat. Shadow King for the Zombie Horde is really, really quite good in this matchup. So we'll see how far that can take me. They also have Red Guardian for my ramp, but they can't Red Guardian at all. Just start here. And it's also really hard to Red Guardian Luna Snow. You have to toss Prio, and then guess which lane I play this to correctly. Ooh, they are also going to grab a turn for Serra if I play Luna Snow now. So I have to think about not playing Luna Snow then. So that way I have more turns with the Serra than they do. I think I will just activate Jennifer Kale here. Now if they Red Guardian me, that would be awkward. But that means they're not Red Guardian Captain Carter. So sure. We'll see what happens. Red Guardian's also good here because then I can Shadow King and get back mines and shrink their horde on the final turn. But no, we're going to do it like this. Oh, I should have played Captain Carter into the sewer system. That was a mistake. Because the Starlight Citadel will cycle through those locations. I would love to rogue their Serra next turn. I'm not sure that there's any way I can guarantee that, but I might try to just spike a 1 and 3 because that's a spicy play. Ooh. I want Luna Snow in White Palace to protect from Red Guardian. Okay. Gave myself one turn to potentially be able to do that. Omniversal Presence on the sewer system turns it into Triskelion. Was not expecting that one. Captain Carter's Dunzo. I definitely want to play out both of these. My opponent has Prio here. So they either play Sarah right here or right here. I think they'd play it right here. They do like Prio, though. Will this be better if they're playing for Prio? Maybe it would be. And then... I guess I play this. No. I'm going to give myself the cheapest bird possible. We're going to play Surtur here, Iceman here, leave some space for Brood. But I'm also planning on Shadow Kinging here. Brood wouldn't be the best right here either. Just play Iceman just to throw it away. And I'll play Shadow King, Mockingbird here, Hit Monkey. I'm not sure how many things I get to play. Sasquatch, not the Sarah, unfortunately. And then once in future on the zombie Mr. F. So Rogue misses, my opponent keeps Prio, which is totally fine. I am not super bent up here about not having Prio. We don't have a place to play Brood. Oh, and the Mockingbird costs 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I guess I only have 2 discounts on it. All right, well, this might be an overcommit here, but I certainly have to do this. And then Luna Snow puts me over the top here. Hit Monkey for 7 puts me over the top here. This battles for all 3 locations. I think that's probably the best that I can do, especially against an Eliath deck. So that's what we'll go for. They do have Zombie Giant Man with Prio, so this could be like Zombie Giant Man plus Scarlet Witch or something. But then I probably still win the location. Okay, they also battled for all 3 locations. Smart. Hawkeye, not going to be enough. Spider-Ham, not going to be enough. And Mockingbird, also not going to be enough. So we will grab nearly a cosmic victory. Hitmonkey's going to tie it, but still a good game. We've got one more game here, again with closed deck lists. So don't know exactly what we are playing up against, but I'm going to keep playing this deck until it doesn't work. We have the turn 4 Blink, which is a 50-50 to give us a Sarah. I'm not going to snap just yet. We could draw Sarah. I guess if we draw Sarah, then we just play it though, right? Huh. Okay, that's not bad. My opponent not playing any deck modifiers. I do have a Merlin for me to Red Guardian, but I do kind of want to Luna Snow them. Huh. Maybe I'm supposed to Red Guardian here? I think I'll go for the Luna Snow into Blink line. We'll see. We'll see how that works for us. I'm going to play at center. Okay. I could have actually gone Red Guardian into Blink then with that. A lot of people playing Wave all of a sudden. The big house locks it down. I am still going to Blink my Luna. We could see Galactus come out here into Atlantis. If that's the case, would I want to just do this? Huh. I'm not totally dead to a Galactus. I've got Red Guardian, Shadow King. Lose to Eliath. I'll stay for 2 cubes. Let's see what happens here. All right. They're slamming down a once in future just to get it out of their hand, plus a Sarah. Okay. A fellow Sarah enjoyer. I don't have my rogue.
My mighty
And I've got Onslaught. So, play Captain Carter here. Something like Captain Carter, Red Guardian opens up the big house and melts my ice cube so that Carter goes frontline. Sure. Yeah, I think this has to be the play for now. Makes this a polymorph target, but they're probably not planning on polymorphing this. I do have Prio here, so it could get awkward. We're showing them Red Guardian. Right now, they would probably think that I am a Tribunal deck, right? Seeing Blink plus Onslaught. So we could play into the nature of closed deck list. They're going to try to melt their Ice Cube, but instead, potentially getting clogged. Now, they might have a skill here. Oh, it's C5! It's C5, amazing! Okay, they once and future the Ice Cube. And what else do they got? A Miss Marvel. Okay. Still looking for a Rogue. Why does this say no ability on it? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. So I think they're going to go for a Tau Mandala play here. I think they once and futured, so they could go Doom into Tau Mandala Center. That would give them 25 points over in Crown City. I don't think we beat 25 in Crown City. We do stay winning in the big house, but what is this? 1, 2, this is 14. Yeah. So if they have Doctor Doom, they play Doctor Doom here, then they make all of their cards have the Miss Marvel ability. I believe Miss Marvel has the Miss Marvel ability. It's just displaying strangely right now.
Escape.
And then all 3 Miss Marvels would give +5 at each side location. That seems pretty tough to beat. Now we've got Rogue. Rogue feels real good in this matchup. And it's closed deck list. So Rogue gets to be a pretty surprising card. I think my opponent probably... There's a chance they'd look to put me on Surfer here, but it's not guaranteed. I might not be playing a Surfer deck as far as they are concerned. Could double dip on the Brood, play Brood, then next turn play Brood, then turn 5 blink my second Brood. That looks good to me so far. And I like the Rogue of it all. They are going to go for a big Ancient One play, and we might be able to disrupt that. I want to try to take Cryo, but that might be tough considering... Ooh, now we're actually just looking at a turn 5 Sarah. Yeah, taking Prio's tough. Avengers Compound also seems pretty good for me, though. Could always back out of it for 2 cubes, but for right now, we are sticking with it. Cerebro, yeah, they're going to have multiple Cerebros is the awkward thing. Well, only 2. Only 2. We can Red Guardian 50-50 a Cerebro, and we can Rogue another Cerebro. But not if they have the Tau Mandala. Like, then they just get to act first, which is awkward. And I still think I have to play Sarah here. Oh, wait. Okay. This is crazy. Oh, no. Rogue will be my biggest card. I was trying to see if there was a play where I could actually Rogue and appreciate the ability. But no, we are just going to let them Tau Mandala. Ooh, Juggernaut. Okay. It's not the worst in the world. But they do have Prio. So they have to know that we are giving them this location. It's not always entirely true, but we Red Guardian to take out one over here, and then what do? We play like Captain Carter and Hit Monkey. This doesn't feel great. 8 to 8. Yeah, I think a Tau draw, I just need to take Prio. And that was too tough to do. I mean, I could have like gone for an earlier Red Guardian and really blown them out. But I'd rather just retreat for 2 cubes than give them 4 more at this point.
Escaped.
I think we can bide our time and find our moment. Murder World and Jenny. I don't hate Jenny. Okay. Well, we've lost it. They have lost a Juggernaut. Alright, we really need them to wave, or we need to draw Luna right now. I'd snap to a Luna here, especially with Onslaught Citadel. No. Okay. Well, this does give us the opportunity still to Serra here. Blink's a dead card. But if they wave here, that could be fantastic. No, they're going to play nothing. Okay. Brood to fill the Sanctum could also have been interesting. Any chance they drop Cerebro right now? I don't see that happening. We might as well just hang on to Red Guardian. They haven't snapped, so they're probably not feeling super confident. This card does nothing against them, so I'm fine to just run it out here for power. This takes Prio. Okay, they're snapping now. But we can still just chill. We do have Rogue to steal Miss Marvel. That's interesting. I think I'm just going to play Serra. I'm considering snapping. They might also have a Serra. Ooh. What if we rogued their Serra? I'm just going to do this for now. Yeah, they do have a Serra. Makes sense. We could have gone for the rogue. We both only have 1 turn to make use of the Serra, though. And I'm thinking this could still be a pretty good play, right? And then I'm just playing Silver Surfer and Blink over here for points. This dodges the Miss Marvel. Could also... The thing is, I don't know which one we're going to Red Guardian and which one we're going to Rogue. So let's not worry about trying to Miss Marvel here. Let's just play for this. We could make it a 6-point game. They also do have a little bit of an energy reduction, but I don't know. Like, we're going to nab their Cerebro here. I'm going to snap as well. The reason I'm going to snap, this is a boomer snap, but they don't know about... I don't think either of these cards, especially Rogue, and if I'm going to Rogue my opponent and just show them these cards, I think I want to get as many cubes as I can out of that. I think that that makes sense to me. Got a little bit distracted during that game. Got a phone call, but maybe we could have snapped a little bit earlier. This is not terrible, though. I'll hold off for a moment. Okay, Lake Hellas just means they can't play a Titania here. It doesn't really change anything else. We could Luna into Blink into Serra. I'm not sure if that's a line that this deck is ever supposed to take, but I'll have to think about that. Interesting. Well, we're definitely playing Luna 100%. The only question is, are we going Blink into Serra? Huh. I might. See what happens here. The Ancient One. We give them a free card to Tau Mandala. That's an interesting angle. A bunch of extra energy is also obviously good for them. I'm thinking about blinking this Luna. The problem is I don't have my best cards. Literally any of these ones. But I'm going to try this, and the next turn I play the Serra here, that melts the snowball, that's the idea. And all of my cards cost 1, and I can drop my entire hand on the final turn. Oh, you know what? I probably should have played a little bit into the Cosmos. I've given them the Cosmos for free. Maybe that's fine. Havoc seems horrible. It means that they cannot Cerebro, and it means that they're short on energy. Now they have to, like, polymorph this or something. Polymorph's just kind of awkward in their deck in general, but we're going to play Serra here. Then on the final turn, I will get to dump my entire hand. I will actually only get to play 5 of my 6 cards because I only have 5 spaces, but I think I could play Captain Carter center and then Silver Surfer it. And that's still a lot of points center, and potentially like a Hitmonkey, Rogue, or Red Guardian into Pet Mansion should take it. Let's see if they decide to take it for some additional cubes. They're going to once and future the Havoc, but they have still lost in energy. But I guess they're also once and futuring. Okay, we're going to let them keep... Oh, they're going to keep Titania. I am not taking Titania, and you just played it into Lake Hellas. So they also have to change this location, which feels pretty good for me. We play this, and then I just play my biggest cards, finishing off with a Silver Surfer. I'm sure this is good enough. Especially because they cannot Cerebro. Yeah, this is quite good for me. Despite not playing to a location, yeah, they're going to have to retreat, and we are tied up now at 6 cubes a pop. I'm imagining their remaining cards in deck are Doom and whatever this is. Okay, it is Doom. And what else do they got for me? Used to be Black Cat was a card that got played in this deck. What did I just give them? Doesn't... Oh, yeah, no, they're Cerebro 5. What did I just give them? Shadow King? Oh, Shadow King's fine. They can have a Shadow King. Can Red Guardian the Titania. I get Stark Tower for free, which is really good. I can Juggernaut them into Stark Tower, which is also a lot of fun. Sure. Okay. I have Prio here. I do think this is a good turn to Juggernaut, especially if they might play a Negasonic, and we could boink that over into Stark Tower. Wait, oh, I still have my Shadow King. Oh, I gave them the Hitmonkey then. Oh, whoops. Okay, I gave them a Hitmonkey, and they also have one other random card from my hand. Hitmonkey they actually can turn into a 5, which is funny. We're just gonna Jug. Oof, we missed. Okay, but we did not miss this Cerebro. With Prio, we are now going to Red Guardian the Cerebro. And I think that's a snap position. Could also Rogue it. I'm going to have a few 5s with Dr. Doom. Sure. Okay. Retreat, and we've got a cube advantage for the first time in the match. not sure how willing they are going to be to run out the naked Cerebro. But gotta snap when they do. We have the turn 4 Serra, turn 5 Onslaught, which is all very, very good. And we also have a Namor. That is very nothing to me. I'll go center. Up against a Merlin. I might want to play Captain Carter in the Great Web. I'm also not sure that I have any say in it, right? I think I will play her here now, just because maybe we get the +1 max energy, maybe we deny them the +1 max energy, but I am going to snap. We've got Red Guardian, we've got the Serra into Onslaught curve, and there's no locations that are bad for them, so I could have stuck it out a little bit longer. But this looks good to me. Okay, Omniversal Presence. That's going to be Necrotia. That is a location that is bad for them, actually. Unless their final card is Luke Cage. But I'm not convinced that it is. We're going to go Serra into Onslaught next turn. Now I just won all my cards here because Captain Carter is going to buff up my Onslaught. That will give them a free space to play a Cerebro. But, I mean, with Great Web, it's not like I can really reliably make a different play. They just play Cerebro here, and my Serra goes to this location no matter what. I love Merlin in Cerebro 5, by the way. Ooh, the Ancient One, giving me Titania, giving me priority. I'll take it. Oh, that's so good! Oh, that was nasty work there. Okay. Well, I can play Namor here. Shadow King. I hate how they got me with that one, because now they can steal the Titania back, and there's nothing I can do about that. I go to 12. I probably just lose the Great Web, which means I have to win both of the other two locations. If I take Prio, though, Red Guardian can take out Cerebro. Or if I toss Prio, Red Guardian can take out Cerebro on the final turn. They're going to have another card go to the Great Web. They might actually, they're not going to be able to take the Titania back. Because, yeah, unless they don't fill this location. Okay, so I am going to get access to this. And now, if this is a skill, it's the Tal Mandala. Sure. Okay, that's pretty good. So I can take out one of these Red Guardians, but only one. Or one of these Cerebros, but only one. Oh, and then my thing. Wow, Great Web really just got me incredibly so. Dang. All right, well, we win Necrotia. That I know. And they have Prio. So, like, is there any scenario where this works? I'm showing everything here, but we're already in it. This is good because it takes out the Ancient One. If they play two more cards here, we're kind of boned. I'm kind of hoping they play like... they'll probably play like Mrs. Marvel plus Rhino, which even protects them against this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's more points than Blink. This is not a good play. I don't think this ever wins unless they just play like Negasonic here. They could play Negasonic. If they play Negasonic plus Rhino, we're kind of toast. Yeah, that's what they have. Oh, they've got Wave plus Shadow King. Sure. Oh, the Shadow King protects them from the Red Guardian. Dang. Okay, Shadow King's their final card in the deck, though, because that is not my Shadow King. And we fell short in the Great Web. We actually did get somewhat close, but yeah, the Great Web just owned me absolutely that game. So now we've got to win the next 2. Okay, we've got the ramp. Can we find the Serra? That's very good for me. That's a very good start. We'll play our 5 power cards now. Shadow King, a little bit of a liability. Might want to get it out of my hand as soon as possible. Okay, locked out a bridge. We find Blink here. Just play Luna for now. What do they have for me? A wave. Okay. Unless they're planning on playing Cerebro 7, this is a little bit awkward for them. Yeah, we're going to turn this Luna into a Serra or an Onslaught. I'm just thinking if I wanted to leave space for a Captain Carter play here. But I don't really want to destroy my Blink. It's pretty big. This could be a Serra, and then I could Rogue. Oh, it's a Dr. Doom. Okay. Now I just do this. I melt my Ice Cube, and we go into the final turn without priority. 8 energy, and everything costing 1. Sounds good. I mean, if this deck can't win from that position, what is this deck doing? Okay, they Negasonic me. Yeah, it's good. Alright. They melt their Ice Cube. They have a lot of points up on me here. Shadow King could actually be reasonable here, because it would shrink their Doom, which means the most points they could have here is 20. And... oh, I don't have a Serra. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't even know if I can win. Oh, I don't think I can win, actually. Oh, that's crazy. I can't. Okay. I need to steal their Miss Marvel. I think that's the only way I can win. They have 22. I'm putting 5 here. I'd still lose the embassy. So this has to be this. Yeah, I cannot come up with a winning play for myself. All right, GG. We lost. Okay, I get to steal a Cerebro. Wait a minute, does that do it? No, can't. Can't, unfortunately. I don't have enough points in either of these 2 side locations to win. Stole Cerebro, but that just wasn't enough. There was nothing I could have played here that would have won it. Yeah, Shadow King loses. Captain Carter loses. GG. We're going to play another match here without deck lists again, and I also wanted to give a reminder that if you want to enter into my giveaway to win a Season Pass or a PAX bundle, leave a comment on any of my Marvel Snap videos this season and include the word SNAP in your comment. That way I can filter through all of the comments that I get and see who is interested in the giveaway. I'm considering snapping here. My opponent is playing Arishem. We've got a reasonable draw. I'm gonna let it go for now. We'll see if they play anything really good like a Quinjet, but we could always Rogue the Quinjet. I am not playing Killmonger, but Red Guardian and Rogue can both take this out fairly reasonably. Like, that's a good high impact card to take care of. Let's just Jenny and chill for a moment. Human Torch, sure, we could Shadow King it if they happen to move it. I don't imagine they're going to, though. Oh, that is huge. I think I'm just going to snap and rogue their Quinjet here. I've got the Sarah into Onslaught, and I feel good enough about that. I'm going to play Sarah into Aunt May's, then I'm going to play Onslaught. Oh, wow, they do have the Hellion. That's hilarious. Quinjet doing some good work for them already. We get the Rock, unfortunately, which actually means I'm just going to play Sarah and Onslaught both into Otto's lab, and then I will Shadow King this Human Torch and potentially some other stuff. What do they got for me? I could wind up blinking this rogue. Oh, they take my Shadow King out. Okay. Not great, but we're just going to battle for these two locations. Okay. Arishem joins us as well. And Blink is also going to do nothing this game. But Captain Carter could still be pretty good. And then I guess I'm looking to draw Hitmonkey. And I could play all three of these cards plus Hitmonkey on the final turn. I don't know that I've gotten to really play Hitmonkey yet in any of these matches. Yeah, there's the Blob, which gets to go through undeterred by Shadow King, which is kind of a bummer. I guess we probably do this. So a Captain Carter for 4 pumping Onslaught is 8 points in Otto's lab. I lose Eternity Range. I win Aunt May's. I'm getting a total of 10 more points in Otto's lab, up to 27. Probably loses to whatever they could do. I don't love it. I would actually have more points just by playing Blink into Otto's lab. Now, this always wins Aunt May's, but like, it's kind of what I have to go for. I could probably get better returns off playing an additional game. I kind of want to try this though. For 4, they might play for Aunt May's, thinking that I haven't even triggered this location yet, so I'm probably going to lose it. And they might just completely ignore the other things going on here. It's a copycat on a Hitmonkey, which goes into Eternity Range. I thought that they had triggered Aunt May's. They had not triggered Aunt May's. Whoops. Well, I just told them my entire deck for free, which is not great. Well, not for free. For the cost of 4 of my own cubes, for worse than free. Okay. I'm surprised that they did not agree to an open deck list format, considering they are just playing Arishem. But that's their prerogative. Clea. Clintar. Luna is reasonable at filling this location, but it will also fill the location for them, won't it? Yeah, I guess that's kind of terrible. All right, we're just going to let them draw a bunch of extra cards this game. If they battle for Clintar, we have Shadow King. We get to blink Luna next turn. They get their free 0. And they also Loki. Wait, they're actually playing Adam Warlock. That's awesome. And Strange Supreme's going to eat up their cards over in the raft, but I think that also means like that could be a little bit of a liability for them. So that's what I'm going to hope. I'm going to stay in it, and I'm going to hope that they are unable to win these locations, and maybe Shadow King can shrink down the Strange Supreme even. What do they got for us here? A leader on Blink for their Strange Supreme. Goodbye, Strange Supreme. Hello, Sarah. Okay, well, I've got Rogue for Sarah, and I've got Sarah for Sarah. I'm going to snap. Oh, right, they have my deck now. Okay, maybe that snap was a little bit quick considering they have my deck, but what can we do? We can Red Guardian the Ice Cube, Rogue the Sarah, and then I don't need to do anything else because all of my cards are going to be basically free next turn. They're going to draw a bunch of cards here, but taking away their Sarah could just be enough. I mean, unless they rogue me back here. Let's go for it. Have I snapped? Yes, I have. Okay. And they just snapped this turn. They've got Onslaught for Sarah, Strange Supreme is back, and Rogue for my Sarah. Goodness gracious. Okay. Okay. Well, Silver Surfer will take out their Ice Cube and mean that I'm winning in the vault. So if we both Surfer, I'm winning. And I think I actually just have the means to win here, because if we both Surfer, I win. Strange Supreme eats their Onslaught. So that's Shadow Kingable. And we have to figure out what I'm finishing off on. Either a Brood. I have to play this. It's probably just a Brood and then a Silver Surfer. Yeah, Hitmonkey would be for 7, so 9. Whereas Brood is 12. It's definitely a lot more. I think this looks fine. Sure. I'm battling for the raft and the vaults. Ooh, what are they blinking? Nothing. Valkyrie, not going to win it. Living Tribunal is wild. What will actually happen here? Nobody knows, because Strange Supreme could even eat this free Living Tribunal. If it doesn't, I win. Wow. Okay. It didn't. And it became very close. 16 to 17, 16 to 17, and then 16 to 8. A lot of crazy stuff going on there. I don't even know which cards they're attempting to emote on. I think that they might be thinking to emote on Living Tribunal. I don't know. But I guess without the Living Tribunal, they always have way too many points here. So that's not... I don't know. Nothing's looking like great for them regardless. All right. Cube lead. I'll take it. Mojo World. Interestingly, Loki was created by Arishem, but Adam Warlock was not. I think they might be playing the Man-Thing Blob combo. I should have checked out what they blobbed, but I forgot to do that. It's not really snappable if they're playing Legion. Ooh, that's a real Thaddeus. Wild. They're playing some wacky card choices here. They already used King Eitri. We're going to use this. If I Red Guardian, I actually pump their card here. But I think I still just play it here just to contribute to Mojo World. Then I'll go Sarah, then Onslaught into DC. I'm going to snap on Sarah Onslaught. 4-5. It's risky, for sure. For sure, for sure. I was hoping I nabbed something good there. Nick Fury, they are making some really, really interesting card choices happen here. I love it. They're having fun with it. We play Sarah. So yeah, I have to be mindful of the idea of a Legion game flip. Maybe. Maybe not. Like, if we assume that there's some cards in here for Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross to grab, there's not that much room for other things in this deck. Kid Omega's fine. We'll play this next. And then final turn, I'm just going to play Silver Surfer, Rogue, Captain Carter, and whatever I hit off the top. Hopefully Hitmonkey. Orca! Nice play. It doesn't get the +5 from Orca's Ongoing, but still a cute play. All right, probably just Captain Carter here then. I guess I just play this, this, and this. Yeah. If it's a game about differential, a big Captain Carter seems like a reasonable way to take all this. Roguing an ongoing card is a little bit awkward. I could switch these up. Sure. No Legion, Giganto, and Agent 13. All right. I have no clue how this is going to shake out here then. Blink is big, though. And we get an additional 6 points over in Mojo World. It's going to come down to differential, and I did grab the win. Okay, yeah, that was tight. I won by 11 and only lost by 6. Cool. Now we are going to play up against Roy. And I'm sticking with the same deck. We're 3-1 with it so far. It feels reasonable. Panopticron's a reasonable location for us. We've got the turn for Sarah. I don't need to snap right this second, but I'm feeling good. This is a deck that can bide a little bit of time before it snaps. Maybe Sokovia discards Luna Snow, and that's the reason you were going to snap. So we are good to not have snapped here. Jeff, what does Jeff tell me? Kind of Cerebro 3. If I had to make a guess, Lockjaw is another 3-power card, not one that you typically see paired with Cerebro. They like all of the locations, so that could point to being a Cerebro 3 game. I'm not sure I want to stay in it with this setup here. We don't have our Red Guardian or our Rogue, so I'm going to get out of it. They could also be playing a Lockjaw deck, or a Lockjaw deck. They could also be playing a Legion deck, and having access to Bar with No Name is, at the very least, a little bit awkward. But Jeff and Lockjaw are both cards that we see in that Storm War Machine Legion combo. Okay. Make a bunch of copies of something and then blink it, or we could use this location to play a Silver Surfer. Don't love Deep Space. They are going to go for a quadruple Jeff to kick things off. No new info gained by us then, unfortunately.
Opponent snapped.
Okay, I'm going to need a second to think about this one. I think we could, we're so low on room. I don't believe that they would like this location. Just trying to think of how I would play out my cards here. I go like Captain Carter, Brood. I don't know. It doesn't seem great for them, but it certainly doesn't seem good for me either, so I'm going to escape again. Round 3. They have seen my Luna Snow, and that's it. Mini Lab, not really a thing. Shadowland, not really a thing. Protects against Red Guardian. And do we find Luna Snow? We find Jennifer Kale off curve. I hate that. I mean, we're just getting really, really terrible draws here. And they're really putting on the pressure. We haven't even seen anything their deck can do yet, but I'd rather just wait and try to find a better opportunity than these locations or setups that don't seem great. Brood is like kind of an awkward card in these games where things are filling up quickly. All right, we've got the turn 2 Kale into a turn 4 Sarah. That's probably good enough to make something happen. I think now we'll be the one that snaps. Mirror Dimension means not much has been revealed this game, and we're about to show our second card to Roy. They're going to show us Jeff once again. Could be playing anything. All I know is that it's got Jeff in it, and we have an Elysium. All right. So I am going to get to make super, super cheap cards. I'm hoping the hub gives us another real card, and we can blink this Strange Supreme into a threat. We're going to have the energy to play Sarah or Onslaught next turn, so I'm simply going to roll with this. They're going to play Jubilee, which certainly points me to the idea, oh, we melt their Ice Cube immediately. That feels pretty cool. Get it? They are definitely playing War Machine Legion. I am sold on that now. So I'm going to want to play Sarah. I guess I'll leave this place for Captain Carter. Strange Supreme just eats my Ice Cube. I'm going to hang on to it, go Sarah into Onslaught here. Just debating if I'm going to need the extra energy next turn. I don't think that they're going to try to lock me out of the game just yet. They are going to snap, though, and make it a 4-cuber. I'm all right with this. Now, this is not a great matchup. Them having big things means that I can't interact with them with my Shadow King or my Rogue. That just doesn't interact with Infinite or Galactus at all. And they blink the Jubilee into Professor X. Whoa, baby. All right. So I think they're just going to win Elysium in that case, right? Yeah. I don't think that we're interacting with that. We're going to put some points into the hub in case the differential is important. I get to play my entire hand next turn. I will have 8 energy. Blink will cost 2. Everything else will cost 1. And yeah, I'm going to wind up running out of space. More than I run out of anything else. Okay. Sure, I don't think it's an Eliath deck. It could be, though. They're going to go for Electro plus War Machine. They can do that? How? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess you can do that in an Elysium game. Sure thing. Big Galactus comes out. I'm kind of going to want Carter here. But there's only a 1 in 3 that I hit Carter. So I guess instead I do this. Oh, if they just play the Infinite here, I'm never winning, huh? Do I retreat to the Infinite? They have 2 cards in deck after a Jubilee. Yeah, alright, I'll retreat. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting any better. So that's another 13 plus 4. Beats everything that isn't the Infinite. Sure, let's go for it. Oh, they played something else here. Yeah, this is Infinite. Okay. GG. Oh, plus we eat this Drax. Never mind. Yeah, it's this. Oh, but it comes out backline. I didn't realize that's how that worked. Like, we put up a reasonable amount of points here. Maybe I did need to get Carter into this location, though. And then it would have been 3 more points. Yeah, not going to work, no matter what. Now we are playing up against Kingpin, and he is playing his trusty move bounce list with a few recent updates. We are doing open deck list for this match, of course. Felt like it was fair considering I did know what Kingpin was going to be playing. He wasn't looking to switch it just for me, likely. Death's Domain is good for Brood. It's fine for Kingpin too. They can get into this location somewhat reasonably, but I also have the Luna Snow into Serra and the Red Guardian. We're looking good on a few different merits there. Red Guardian and Rogue are good in this match because they can hit Sparky and Madam Web with pretty good consistency. So I like that angle. New York's a pretty good location for Kingpin. He might be happy to see that one. And with no ramp, yeah, I think we will dip on this one. This might just be like fairly respectful snaps and retreats. I meant to retreat now. Yeah, it's fine. And yeah, we might just recognize who is favored and snap and retreat accordingly, and then play a super close one. So I may have just mentioned this, but we were chatting briefly before the match and talking about this deck's very good at tossing priority, and so is bounce. And that'll be a really interesting thing, who can manage to toss priority so that way the Shadow King can land and all of the other fun stuff can happen. I think Fisk Tower plus Jennifer Kale makes this a snap for me. Okay, yep. It's just going to be recognizing snaps and retreating accordingly. I mean, yeah, that was a lot to take in on one turn. Drew the Jennifer. I had the blink already. And then a good location. Let's see, can we find another good location? This might be a game we're both willing to play for a minute. I'm not going to throw out the turn 1 snap, but I don't think I will retreat to New York this game. Wakanda, huh? I can also get an additional energy here by playing Luna Snow and Serra, which is definitely enticing. Let's see what location number 3 is. Madam Web. Yes. Okay, not going to worry about that one. So one thing that we can do is we can Luna into Blink for Onslaught and then play Serra. So we have like the full combo here. And because of that, I am going to snap and throw down Luna Snow. Blink will continue to walk in Madripoor, which means we are looking to actually take priority here. And Priority is a pretty interesting thing in a move matchup. Because then I know where to play my cards, but yeah, I mean, there's a chance that maybe I would actually play Blink into Starbrand Crater just to make sure I keep tossing Prio. But now we are entering into high stakes modes, and we are going to be playing for at least 2 cubes a game. But we're up 2 cubes right now, so that's good. The Volt, fairly reasonable location for him. I'm looking for Brood right now. I suppose I also play Jennifer Kale here. Right? Yeah, I don't see a big reason not to. Okay, they're going to make a Hulk out of their Toxin. I think I just got this same Toxin artwork. Brood, show me Brood. Show me Camp Lehigh Brood. No, but I could Luna Snow. Well, Luna Snow gives them a Hulk as well. It's not fantastic. Just gonna Jennifer Kale and hope to draw exactly Sarah. But I'm not terribly... Oh, I was not expecting that. When they grabbed off that one, a Grandmaster. Hold on, I have to react to this. We are both throwing our Camp Lehigh cards into the Gamma Lab this turn. Pretty spicy. All right, extra energy, show me Sarah. I draw Blink. Yeah, that's the bummer. That's the bummer, because I cannot Blink my Hulk. So they have Prio still right now. Luna Snow into the Volt could actually be a little bit annoying for him. And then next turn, possibly blinking the Luna Snow into a Sarah or playing Sarah if I draw it. What do they got for me? Sage. Okay. Yeah, they're going to wind up melting this Ice Cube then. So that's pretty fine for them. I could instead now do something like Captain Carter, Shadow King. That isn't to say they wouldn't be able to like move a dagger into this location or something. But it's good points. Yeah, let's just play for this for now, and then next turn I'm hoping to draw Brood and go Brood Silver Surfer. Frigga the Sage, so that does give them a pretty big Sage for next turn, and then a Sparky. So they do have the opportunity to make a fairly big play next turn. We are going to take Prio. We're going to draw pretty terribly. Ugh. Go up to 14 in the Vault. I feel like this is my only play. This gets me to 14 in the Vault, and then this is 7, 8, 9. What's 4 plus 7, 8, 9? It's 11 plus 6. 17. Sure. Really don't love it. But just putting all my points in Camp Lehigh, I'm assuming they might put a little bit in Gamma Lab, and then this has to be a Sage, right? Oh, they are going to go for the Volt, but Dagger's not going to be big enough, right? Yeah, not with that Silver Surfer. Oh, and then they move it back. They went big in Gamma Lab, and Sage is not going to be big enough in Lehigh, right? Oh, it is! Wow! Okay. Yeah, Sage is just massive. Drat. Okay. And the fact that I had already blown my Shadow King, I don't know, I felt like I needed it. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Totally missed the Sparky. Okay. We haven't had any... Well, we did have some good hands, and we snapped and they retreated earlier on. Turning my turn 3 play into a card I couldn't blink definitely made for some awkwardness in that last game. Ninja plays around Red Guardian. Very well. Both going for Danger Room. I'm putting a little bit more energy in there, but it does pay off. Okay, great. So here I can play Onslaught and then hope I draw Serra next turn. Right now I definitely have priority. But like I said, we can kind of make that an alright gambit. There's also, like, I could just play Captain Carter into my Onslaught and feel somewhat reasonable about that. I'm going to stay in it for 4. I don't think that this is great, but I'm not particularly threatened just yet. Alright, that seems like... Oh, okay. They're going to Rania, and now they have Prio. So now... I think the answer here is probably Captain Carter. I do think I want to hold my Shadow King. And I think they will be able to toss priority here fairly effortlessly. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it just comes down to right now. Well, let's just, like, make them have more than just a Human Torch, I suppose. I'm going to intentionally take priority now. Okay, just a Frigga, I think, can be alright. Because now what we do, I think, is we just take priority here and make it so that they're not able to put out enough threats on the board. And I think that this is just solid. It's nothing crazy, but it's totally reasonable. I don't want to lose to... Torch plus Sage, but, I mean, I think we might just be hoping to win by Danger Room destroying their card. If that's their play, just Torch and Sage. It's fairly reasonable. Is there anything else I could do? No, because I have Prio. Okay, yeah, this is my only play. I'm fine with it. For sure they play it out here. There's maybe some... Like, if they don't have specifically Torch plus Sage, they could have Ghost Spider plus Dagger and Torch. And that could be what we're seeing here. Let's see. Still big points in the center. Okay, they're going to win Shadowland, and then is this Sage? That's not going to be enough center. Okay, cool. Whew, we were able to get them. when it mattered most, they said they double guessed themselves. Yeah, because they could have pulled the Human Torch into Titan and won it, and then played the Sage over here for only 6. So I'm not sure how that Sage could have actually gotten points, because they did have to commit a decent amount of points in terms of winning this center location. Maybe Sage over here would have been enough. But yeah, then I was playing for the danger room of it all. Okay, Wong's actually a really interesting pickup because it is a card that could get played in this deck. So we'll see how that plays out. We're not retreating, obviously. Ooh, +1 max energy is really, really good because I want to... we're going to Red Guardian that. We're going full offensive here. Red Guardian with Prio. The Nexus is very, very good for them, though. Okay. We need a Captain Carter here early. And then we're going to look for a Wong Silver Surfer location on turn 7, which might be in the Nexus still. Oh, and we also have an extra energy from winning Scar Grand Prix, I do believe. Is this a Sage? Early Sage? Yeah, to battle for the Grand Prix. Yeah, it's working for him right now. So what I can do here is I can play Wong. I like the idea of onslaughting my Wong next turn too. Maybe I play Captain Carter, then next turn I onslaught my Wong, and then, or I play Onslaught on turn 5, and then that leads me to go turn 6. I don't know. But I'm going to try this for now. Okay. I think that's going to mean that I win the Grand Prix, which is really, really good. I needed that extra energy. I did not have a plan without this extra energy. We're going to make a huge Captain Carter, and it's going to be onslaughted. I do believe this is always my plan. Next turn, I go Wong Silver Surfer into the Nexus. It's a wild thing to be able to do. It seems really good. If they have a Human Torch, like, they could have won the Nexus. It seems like they don't have the Human Torch just yet, and we're just going to be battling up against Sages, which I should always beat with my multiplicative power. Yeah, I think they were just concerned with tossing priority, but I'm going to give this Captain Carter +8, and then it's going to give +20 to both of these cards. It's random as heck, unfortunately, but I think it just wins. They don't have any way to change locations. It's just a wild the hub. I'll let them know something funky's about to happen. But, yeah, this one's wild. So they could have a Human Torch or a dagger. And at least one Sage. But yeah, this Silver Surfer will get to go off 4 times, I believe. Only pumping the Captain Carter, but the Captain Carter is going to pump up the Wong and the Silver Surfer. Let's see if that's enough. There's a chance it isn't. Yeah, this is what I thought. It was dagger, moved twice, plus a Sage, and then I guess just a Ghost Spider for points on top of that. Oh, Grandmaster. Sure, Grandmaster for points on top of it. Not going to be enough, unfortunately. Crazy game with the Wong there. Maybe I'll find a room for Wong in the deck. I'm not sure. We're going to play another one here. This is shaping up to be a pretty long video, and we are up against an Arishem opponent this time. We have not shared deck lists. I do like Brood into Mojo World a decent amount, though. I think these numbers also mean Thanos, so if they have an early stone or two, they could fairly effortlessly fill up Mojo World themselves. So I'm not going to get too excited just yet. And anything is possible. If there's like some RSM Man-Thing deck going around, or not Man-Thing, Spider-Man deck going around, then I don't know. I might want to play RSM instead. Stark Tower, another good location for me to brood on. We'll be playing the turn 3 Luna Snow if possible. Do also... Here's some options. Okay, Valentina. I think they're going to say this is a card that they put into their deck. Yes. Ooh, Sokovia takes Agatha. Oh, okay. Did not see that one coming. Valentina gave them Agatha. And they could have actually just played the Agatha that turn. So it would not have had any downside for them. So they just wound up discarding a 4/10. Okay, that's pretty good for me, right? Or 4/10 or 4/9? Oh yeah, 4/10. It's only -2 now. Valentina, I believe, originally released and gave the card -3 power, basically accounting for her own stats. I'm just going to Luna Snow into Stark Tower here. Brood plus Jenny is not a great play next turn. Blink is, though. And with them not having a single turn foreplay, do I snap before I give away all of the sauce here? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm going to snap as I drop this Blink into Sokovia. If we hit Onslaught, then next turn we play Captain Carter plus possibly Jennifer Kale into Stark Tower. Okay, they locked me out of Mojo World. That one's a bummer. We're actually going to have to win Stark Tower now, but it is possible to do this. We go Captain Carter, and then I think we do play Jenny to melt the Ice Cube, and then on the final turn we go Brood plus Silver Surfer center. That puts Captain Carter front and center, so it looks good to me. Okay. Are they going to have the sauce themselves in Stark Tower? Agamotto, this is definitely the location that they're playing for, but I do think melting my Ice Cube will work out pretty nice cube for me here. Brood, Silver Surfer, looks good to me. I'm staying in it. It puts another like 20 points into Stark Tower. They would need Enchantress or you know, Shang-Chi. Shadow King not going to do it. They're going to play for Sokovia, where I have 20 points. Do they have Blob plus something else? Do they have... Ooh, okay. We beat that, but I was thinking if they had just played a Man Spider into Sokovia, they would have pulled over their Agamotto, doubled it, and nothing I could do about that. Yeah, that's a very, very spooky card when Professor X has already won a location. Professor X, actually a card that they are playing in their deck, so we will have to play around that next game. Also, Shadow King, Agamotto, Mockingbird, those ones are more straightforward. But Professor X is a nice little getcha there. Kamartaj is good for business. It's a good Silver Surfer location. We've seen how good multiple Silver Surfer activations can be. Alright, they are playing a Thanos Agamotto version. The full big deck here. Wakanda's whatever. Basically looking to draw ourselves a Luna. Show me Luna. That's wrong. Wrong. Huh. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going for here then. will probably just play... Oh, that's cool. And... Oh, that's also funny. This was created by Arishem? Yes. This was also created by Arishem, right? Yep. Cool. So... This feels kind of terrible for me to play. But it could give me access to 9... No, I don't want to create a bunch of ice cubes. Let's just do this. Next turn, I'm possibly playing Sarah, but I'm not sure. I could play Sarah, or I could play Onslaught, or I could play Brood plus Rogue. Wow, they don't get to play anything because of the Toxidoxy. Oh, I need to snap then. I mean, yeah, they just had to take a full turn off, which means they're really not getting to make use of their Arishem energy, which I think I can punish. Probably makes my output a little bit trickier to predict. Probably means that I'm tossing priority so that they can't Shadow King me and I can Shadow King their Toxidoxiness, which all seems pretty good. Oh, and let's activate Jenny. Okay, we did toss Prio here. This is like a blob or something. We really get him. It's a Thanos. Okay. We did not really get them. Maybe we draw Hit Monkey. We have Captain Carter. Okay. So, Captain Carter Brood is obviously something. And then just like Shadow King over here. I mean, this does it too. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, it doesn't even. I don't know. 12 in Wakanda doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. 13? I actually don't think this is worth it. Like, they're going to play something in the Shadow King. Maybe they put a little bit more on Kamartaj, though. Maybe this could actually get them. This is good in case they play Professor X, too. Not that that's, like, their best play. I'm going to try it. Against my better judgment, I'm going to try it here. Nope. They went for Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is 11, 14, and I am putting 13 points in this location. Unfortunately. And we don't steal any of their abilities. Yeah, 13 to 14. All right. Unlucky. Yeah. Perfectly mathed it out, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, like, we have Silver Surfer, we can't lose. We have Hit Monkey, we can't lose. It's kind of wild for them to stay in it. They don't know about Hit Monkey, of course, but Silver Surfer, and we just blow the lid off him. New York is good for Captain Carter. Sounds like a... Well, you say Captain Carter is good for New York, right? I'm thinking it's like a campaign slogan or something. Alright, Soulstone. Stones are going to protect against Red Guardian, which is not great. Sometimes I just be staying in the games just to see what happens, you know? This looks absolutely horrible, though. Only really looking for Brood for Vormir. Okay. I think we are going to get our cards destroyed in Hala. So I guess I will play Onslaught here. And then I will play Sarah Onto the onslaught? Yeah, no, that's what I was looking for. I was just looking for the ability to retreat. All right, my opponent has the cube lead. Oftentimes, I feel like my matches go the other way. My opponent has the cube lead early, and then I take it back. Played a little sloppy in this, but I think that we can probably find the means to win overall. Superflow is actually good for us. So I'm not sure about on the curve necessarily, but mathematically it mitigates the extra energy that RSM generates by giving both players the extra energy. So it does favor the non-RSM gamer. Could also turn off the Superflow if they were banking on it by giving them an ice cube. That's kind of cute. Kind of fun. If we play Luna Snow here, next turn we could play Onslaught. Right, turn 3, we'll have 4, 5 energy, 6 if we use Onslaught. Not that I know where I want to play Onslaught yet. I'll activate. We'll figure it out. Okay. We've also kind of clogged them in Wakanda, which is fun. That's going to be tough for them. Protecting your Soul Stone in Wakanda makes a lot of sense, but we'll see. Now I think I actually cycle through Hitmonkey, cycle through Rogue in Quantum Tunnel, and could consider snapping. A blink would blink the Luna Snow, so I want to keep Onslaught here. If we get Sarah here, you know, it's fine. They have more stones, they could win the tunnel, but maybe we get Brood too. This is fine. I like the idea of cycling through Monkey in Quantum Tunnel. It's a play I was actually thinking about earlier today. I don't know why, but yeah, I was just thinking about, I guess maybe I was thinking about Lockjaw. I think I was just thinking about cycling through monkeys in Quantum Tunnel. It just seemed like an interesting game plan to me. We're going to blow our Silver Surfer, especially if we hit Blink here. Okay, we hit Captain Carter. Definitely hit these two cards in an awkward order. This is very strange. Could this be Strange Supreme? Could it be that strange? Images of Icon. Okay, so they kind of blow their card on nothing. Oh, and Winds of Watum to melt my Ice Cube. That's totally fine. It'll pump up their Scream. It'll get them some more points over here. But the Ice Cube will eventually melt. Okay. Now it's probably just an Onslaught into Wakanda for me. Yeah, I can't play Onslaught alongside Captain Carter, so that's what it is.
Behold my mighty hand.
Ooh, Storm. That'll let them get in. Okay, so they've got one opportunity to play a fairly big card into the flooded location. I'm looking for Hitmonkey right now. Hitmonkey right now is my best draw, I do believe. Yeah, that's not as good. Do I just play Rogue just to have something down? And then Brood, still hope to draw Hitmonkey for the final turn. No way this wins, but we'll try it. Oh wow, they ditched the Flood. I was not expecting that at all. Reality Stone on Superflow. Shadowland to fill it up for both of us. What is going to happen out of that? Oh, and Hella. Okay. Huh. I feel like I've won this game.
Opponent snapped.
Huh. What does that imply? A blob? A fallen one actually gives them less energy for this turn, which is silly. I don't really have anything. All I have is 5 points. And that means they need to put 17 points into this location. I still feel like I have it. I don't believe you. I don't know. Maybe I'm about to get blown out by something here. I can't think of it. Thanos is not going to do it, though. I think they were attempting to bluff me.
Victory.
That is what I am going to give them because, yeah, they were just playing for a tie in Wakanda. So I think that that was certainly a bluff. And that bluff is going to leave them with 1 cube. It was like fairly low stakes for them to snap. Either they have 1 cube or 2 cubes, and either I have 1 cube or 0 cubes. So it's a big difference from my end, and I'm still putting up 2 cubes here. So their 1 cube actually wouldn't have done anything for them, right? So yeah, maybe it was just a calculation on that. Or maybe they just did not care. Looks good. Turn 3 Brood, then I can blink the Brood. See what these other locations are. Superflow again. I am simply going to play Brood into the Superflow, though, here, I think. I mean, if I just do this, I can save my Jennifer, but the problem is, like, what if I hit an Onslaught? Then I can't play Captain Carter next to it. So I'm just going to Brood, and then next turn I'll blink the Brood. Playing the blink over in Hell's Kitchen. Nice little 3/4 for you. And a nice little 5/14 if it hits Onslaught, or 5/11 if it hits Sarah. I'll take a Sarah. Ooh, Zombie Giant Man. Cool. Look for a Shadow King over here. Yeah, I mean, deep space is really going to constrict us. But I'm not sure that there's anything we can do about that. I think I'm just playing a rogue here because it has 3 power on it. And next turn, I think I would play a Shadow King here. I don't know. I don't think I've got great plays with the limited amount of space. We don't give them an Ice Cube, which is nice. Cube. Ooh, Professor X. I have lost this location, though. Okay. Awkward. Yeah, I can't get more points in there. Okay. I think I have to make a play like this. Oh, I get to play 1 more card. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I mean, I know that these aren't going to do anything. So that puts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points over here. If I played the Hit Monkey, it would be 7 instead. So it would be 1 more point in the Superflow. Don't think I need that. I think I need the points over in deep space, but I don't think I will have enough regardless. Maybe they changed the location somehow? Yeah, I think they're just going to play some Thanos. We knew they had Thanos because of Space Stone and then a Mind Stone. I'm not going to have that many points. They got me on this one. Yeah, I mean, I put a decent effort in, but we're going to get up to 14 there, which is not going to be good enough, and we only had 1/3 over in Hell's Kitchen. And no Jeff. Or Wong. Wong could have done it. Grab some more water here. Okay. Dark Dimension. Just have to win this game or the next game. That is the current status here. I was just about to say Mobius would be really good in this match so far. And then we find a Dream Dimension game. And need a Luna right here. Okay, I can actually work with that. That will allow me to still play Serra on turn 5. Sure. Okay. So what am I playing here now? Probably Rogue, just because it's the... I mean, Red Guardian is the most points here. Sure. Man, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, there's like a part of me that wants to go for this. And then Onslaught next turn. Onslaught plus Hitmonkey or Onslaught plus Silver Surfer. This is really a lot. Next turn I would have 9 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could still play the Onslaught. Play Onslaught plus 2 other cards. It's not that great. But it's fine if I hit Silver Surfer actually still too. Sure. Ooh, they have filled up Dream Dimension. Oh, images. All right, well, I'm glad I did not go for the Rogue play. They are going for a huge Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, Mobius would have been insane here. They do have Prio, so we could make some interesting stuff happen with Shadow King. Just have to figure out where Shadow King wants to go. I'm already down by a lot of points here, but I do fear that they could win the White Hot Room fairly easily, and I do think that they would go for that. So what is this? This is 8 points here, puts me up to 13. I would need more. I'm willing to try this. Hitmonkey solo, plus a bunch of cards center. Assuming that they just play like a Thanos here. The problem is we don't know how many of these hit energy reductions rather than power upgrades, at which point the Shadow King's not going to do as much. But Hitmonkey White Hot Room is still something. Oh, I had Prio? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, then this play was terrible. I needed to play Shadow King in Dark Dimension, though. That also would not have done anything. They went for a Shadow King on me. That doesn't do anything. This Hitmonkey is never going to be big enough, though, right? Starbrand. Wow. Okay. That game was all over the place. I was not expecting that. I think... well, yeah, the reason that I battled for Dream Dimensions, I felt like I was going to lose White Hot Room, but they made a pretty interesting play there that, like, never wins White Hot Room and just sort of keeps it in check, which, like, helps if the game happens to be a differential game, which it was, but it still was not enough. So we were able to grab another win. And for probably the final match of this video, we are again going to be playing up against a Legion combo deck, which does not seem like a great matchup. It's definitely worth having some, you know, more reps in against this deck if I am worried about it. I think that Rogue as a potential answer to War Machine is interesting, but not fantastic. We do have the Blink this game, so I'm considering snapping just off of that, but without the Rogue, I think we'll pass. All right. Deadland's not going to be super useful. We have the Serra, which means we'll Blink Luna into Onslaught and then follow that up with a Serra. Most likely. I'm going to play here just because I think against this deck you need to be able to access tricky locations. Get a little bit owned there by the lockjaw of it all. And our Horde is also over here. Still thinking of snapping. Lockjaw is pretty good. Okay, we could grab a second Deadlands. That's kind of wacky. This is kind of bad, because if we hit another Lemuria, we won't be able to blink next turn. But I'm going to stay in it for 2. Especially with the Rogue here. Okay, Electro's getting blinked out. That becomes Vision. I might even look to snap back. They have a pretty good hand. And that's not good for me. The question now is, do I blink or do I just play Serra? I mean, I'm only 1 in 5 to draw Onslaught here. We're going to risk it. We're going to play Blink, grab Onslaught, then I'm going to play Serra. Lemuria probably keeps them off their combos too. They could actually... No, they can't Legion Lemuria. That's not how that works. Because they can't play a Legion this turn. Okay. If we don't draw Onslaught... Ooh, we won the Galactus battle this turn because they moved their Vision to keep their Ice Cube. So now I think I activate this, play this here, and I think I snap. I don't think that this is great, but I think I need to take the opportunities that are presented to me. And this is one of those opportunities. Double checking they're not playing Eliath. They're also not playing Professor X. This is a very straightforward ramp deck list with Vision as the only big card here. Okay, that could allow them to play an Infinite on the final turn, and they have 9 energy. That is pretty funny.
Behold my mighty hand.
We also have a lot of energy. Well, we have 8 energy, and all of our cards cost 1. Hoping to draw Silver Surfer. If I don't, it's definitely a little tricky. Awesome. I think this is a fairly straightforward Captain Carter into Brood, into Hitmonkey, Rogue, Silver Surfer. I don't think that this deck gets better than that. Let's send it. We're doing a big 8-cuber. I basically hit my ideal curve. My opponent had a pretty good curve as well, where they just put out a bunch of power. They did move Vision into the Deadlands, which I was specifically playing for. Oh, wow, they grabbed an Infinite in Lemuria. That might be too much. Let's see how big Captain Carter is. It's So that's 12, and then I get another, I don't know, I get a whole bunch more points from the Silver Surfer. I don't know how many more, though. Oh, I think it is enough. I think it is enough, right? It's 24. Oh! Wow, I was one short. I don't know the math with Silver Surfer and the Broodling. So if I had played Rogue here, could that have done it? No, Rogue's only one more point above a Broodling. So that doesn't get me anywhere. All right. I do think this is a rough matchup. There are some changes you could make to the deck to make it a slightly better matchup. Namely, you could try to make room for Gambit, just because this deck doesn't play that many cards, so Gambit is reasonably likely to find a high-value target. Red Guardian's fine against Lockjaw, but it probably won't have an opportunity to go off here. Brood is reasonable into Nidavellir. Yeah, they're going to activate Lockjaw right now. And grab a Jeff instead of Ebony Maw. Okay. This is fine, and Feast will allow me to play a Serra next turn. Huh. Okay, we can throw away Shadow King for some extra Serra energy. I think we'll just snap to this. If I had Captain Carter for this location this turn, it would have been even better, since I could just go Serra and Onslaught both into Feast. I don't, so I won't. Rogue onto a War Machine is an interesting call. They're going to blink their Electro, though. Which means they're not really able to take advantage of the extra energy this turn. They will be able to take advantage of it next turn, but that's fine. Oh yes, that is a blink. Okay. I do like a Captain Carter in Nidavellir. My opponent has Prio, so they can turn off Feast, but like, what are they really doing in that scenario? I think we are just going to get to Feast here. We also have the opportunity to blink Jenny. Yeah, I think we will be doing that. So cost 3. And then I can play out the rest of my hand, actually, if I drop Jenny this turn. Sure. If I don't draw Silver Surfer, it's a little bit awkward, because then I'm blinking into Silver Surfer first, whereas otherwise I could blink into it at the end of the turn. It's only a 1 in 3 to hit Silver Surfer. It's just as likely that I want a Captain Carter at the start of the turn, so I'm just going to play Jenny right here to kick things off. They have a lot of points in Nidavellir. Yeah, so I have 7 energy here. That's enough to play Blink plus 4 cards. I draw the Silver Surfer. That's beautiful. We're going to Blink this. I'm going to Brood. I'm going to play this. This. Have to think about exactly. Sure. Cool. So that's Infinite. I actually beat Infinite here and win this game. Cool. Ooh, Luna Snow stops a Broodling. Doesn't matter. Wasn't winning the center location anyways if I didn't hit Captain Carter or hit Monkey. So, not particularly stressed about that, but it's nice to grab a win against this deck. When I played Roy, he beat me with 10 cubes remaining, so it's nice to at least get something off the ground. If they had moved the Jeff over, we still won in this location. That's why I played Rogue there and not Silver Surfer. Well, we've got Jenny again. And Silver Surfer. the Jenny into Blink curves are the exact reasons that you want, like, Rogue or Red Guardian earlier on in the game. So that way you can Rogue on turn 3 and then Blink it, just to clear off something your opponent's doing. I think I'm going to try to not grab a rock. Not sure if I'm ever going to succeed in that, though. But it's fine. Oh, Jeffrey. I was like, how the heck did they do that one? We're going to get a rock then. Okay. We can activate Jennifer Kale. If we draw Sarah, then we simply play Sarah here. If we don't draw Sarah, then we blink and get her out that way. Okay, skipping on turn 3. It's fine. And we have Luna Snow. So we'll do this. Next turn, we won't be able to utilize the Dream Dimension. So we are hoping to just... I guess we're just playing Luna Snow next turn. Yep, okay. Not going to be able to play Onslaught. Okay, looking to draw Rogue, actually, for next turn now. Let's see, we have Prio, we hit Captain Karcher. I think we just always have to Luna here. Okay. They skip. Oh, because without extra energy, they can't drop down a big boy. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess we actually won this game then. Right? This does it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 points here. I'm sure they will win Monster Metropolis, but then we win this location, and 9 more points over here wins Eternity Range. Not even sure what they could have. Oh, Legion onto Monster Metropolis. Nah, we're good. That'd be a cool play if they do it, but Hitmonkey's bigger than Ebony Maw, Blink is bigger than War Machine. Infinite makes a lot of sense there too. And we won 2 games. We're actually a positive win record in this match. Negative cube record, of course, but that means that I'm now 50-50 against this deck overall. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. The locations are certainly helping us. Don't get me wrong. Okay, they've got a Jeff location. We will probably just run out Brood into Genosha. We could destroy Jennifer Kale in Genosha as well. Sure. Yeah. Here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to Brood here because then I blink the Brood into Sarah and then the Broodlings die. Wow, a second Hitmonkey. We're going to snap to this. Okay, 1 cube. But now we are a positive win rate against this deck. It's a bit of a bummer to only grab 1 cube for one of those because that 1 cube basically does not mean anything for us long term. So, a little bit awkward. But we'll see what we have got here. We can Luna Snow or Blink into Krakoa. Oh, they're going to Ebony Maw there. Yeah, that's pretty big. Okay. I'm considering just going for Jenny there, though. Well, we'll see what we draw here. Oh, the Raft. I'm going to play for the Raft then. They can have Krakoa. I'm going to try to fill the Raft. I mean, I'll play a Brood here next turn if we get it. No more retreating. We just have to win the next 3 games. It is certainly possible. Okay. We're going to activate Jenny to play Sarah into the raft next turn, filling that, grabbing a big card that we can play in Krakoa, roguing their War Machine at some point, and somehow winning the game. They have 6 energy this turn, so they can drop a G-Man, but they are never beating me in the raft, I guess unless they go Jeff. But we will beat the Jubilee to the raft. Okay, and then we melt the Ice Cube. This is actually better than Brood because we can still access this location later. Brooklyn Bridge, I feel totally fine about just playing for on the final turn of the game. I think we'll be all right. And we hit an Alliance. Okay, they are really big in the raft. And they have not played War Machine, so I can't rogue their War Machine. I was a little bit scared that they would play a War Machine here. And then I'd have to 50-50 it against their Electro. But I simply don't have to do that. I think I will start with an Alliance here. And then what I could actually still do is Red Guardian their Ice Cube, blink Red Guardian into Onslaught. If I'm going to do that, let's do it like this. That way I actually draw the pumped up card next turn. I could just keep the Alliance. They need something else in order to win this location. They need to play either Vision or War Machine or Jeff. Let's hang on to this Alliance then. Okay, this is exactly what I was hoping for. They fill the raft and then I take out their Ice Cube, so they're stranded in the raft. And now I'm hoping that I can put enough points into the raft, but I have not done the math. No, I cannot put enough points into the raft. Okay, so that was a little foolish there, but I've got an absolutely massive hit monkey, and I might be able to win this game. I think... I mean, it's impossible to say where they'll battle for, right? 7 energy. They could Jeff plus blink me. I probably want to play around that specifically, so that's 15 over here. So maybe I just play this here. And then like play around a potential Infinite over here. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, they went all over here. Bummer. Well, nothing I can do. Storm. Yeah. I mean, I could have put more points over here, but, you know, no saying what they're actually going to do, and I wanted to make sure that I beat an Infinite. Maybe I put too many points over here, in all honesty. Yeah, because, like, their coolest play was, like, Jeff plus Blink. I didn't think about the fact that they could have a card with +7 on it, but 40 might be a little too many points over here. And yeah, I could have still put like 23 points here and then just put the hit monkey over here. I'm not sure, but GG's. That is going to be it for me for this video. Little bittersweet to end on a loss. This is a really bad matchup, and I don't feel that terrible about how these games played out. And I will certainly be thinking if I want to try to skew this deck list to be a little bit more favorable for this matchup. The big thing I could add for it would be Gambit. I'm not sure that I'm going to do that, but it's definitely something that I have to consider. This isn't usually a deck that people bring to the Golden Gauntlet, though I have played against it in some Golden Gauntlet tournaments in the past. So going to have a think over that and just this deck list overall. But for today, that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.